I'm at Ripon High School Gymnasium as we are tied at 33. Leading scorers for the Tigers with 10 points is Riley Brooks, followed by Liam Gilson with 9 and Grant Schneider with 5. For Omro, they're led by Cade Strekura with 15, and then Langenberg with 5 and Hughbanks with 5. Here we go, live action.
Foxes with the ball, and right away, Strekura is going to draw a foul. And I can't see who the foul is on.
Okay.
There's
maybe it wasn't a foul.
Oh, okay, a mask
must
issue.
Be a mask violation.
There's Potrats. Can't get
that
free. Yeah, can't get that to fall. Strekura. There's a spin around jumper. Falls down. Can't get that to fall. And Potrats gets those first points.
And Omro takes the lead here. Brooks bringing it up court, working to his right side, down the lane, lays it up, gets it to drop for Riley. His first two of the second half, and we're tied at 35 once again, 17 to go.
Strekura with it now, brings it across half court. Gives it to Hughbanks on the top. Potrats with it. Skips it across all the way to Langberg. Langberg trying to set it up, give directions. Yakum with it now on the close side. Into Strekura, who can't get it to come off the glass.
A little hard there. So Jennings bringing it in, kicks it over down underneath. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Schultz looks, can't do anything with it. Back on top to Jennings. Move it around to Schneider. Oh, he traveled.
Yep.
Speaking of traveling, drive with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
So Hughbanks inbounds it to Strekura, brings it up, top of the key. Hughbanks with it on top, gives it back to Strekura on the close side. Strekura looking to go inside, nowhere to go. Brooks guarding him tightly, puts the dribble down. Langberg with it now on top, gives it to Hughbanks on the far side for a three, and it's good.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. He has 8. Brooks will put up the 3. That one gets a bounce, can't get it to drop.
Strekura comes down with that one. Strekura with it, gonna press hard against Brooks, and Schneider's gonna get a fingertip on Strekura's hand.
Yeah, cheap foul there. That'll be Grant's third.
So Strekura going to the line.
They're putting Schneider up now just as 2.
So Strekura misses his first one. He has 15 points on the night. And he puts the second one down.
He's quite the ball player, that is for sure. Makes it 39-35. Omro with the 4-point lead here. Coming up on the 15-minute mark. Brooks driving the lane. Stops, pops, gets it to drop. Little floater for Riley Brooks. Gives him 14 and brings the Tigers within 2.
Well, Strekura with it on top. Gives it to Potrats. Hughbanks now back on top. Strekura on the close side. Looking to go inside, but Potrats not there. Now he gives it to Lindberg. Strekura going to take that 3 over the top of Brooks, and he gets it.
Gives him 19 on the night. 42-37 with 15 to go here. Feeding it inside to Schneider. He gets a little toss up to drop. Keeping the Tigers close here. 42-39.
Strekura with it, gives it over to Potrats. Hughbanks. Strekura looking to go over the top of Brooks again, but gives it to Hughbanks, who drives in the lane, Dishes it to Stakura, who gets
Nice
the
move.
fingertip to roll in.
For the basket, 44-39. Brooks coming up on the left side, directing traffic, wants Schultz to set a pick. Comes to the right now between the legs. Down in the corner, Jennings thought about it, wasn't there. Back out to Jennings, that's going to be off the side there, and Omro brings down the rebound.
Yeah, Koth with that one coming down. Stakura with it now on the far side in front of his team bench. Giving directions. Gives it to Koth. Over to Potratz. Potratz looking inside, nobody there.
There's
Feeds it in. And that is Koth with the give and go.
His 4th point of the ball game. 46-39. Foxes stretch it out. Just under 14 minutes here to go in the ball game. Brooks looking for a pick to Schneider. Down underneath. Beautiful layup there for Egamite. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here.
Webster's Express is a convenient way to get the grocery items you need without leaving your car or even your house. Order online at webstersmarketplace.com for contactless pickup or full service delivery. That's webstersmarketplace.com.
We all need a few good signs. Graphic sign and letter in Ripon creates eye-catching, compelling graphics for your business, banners for your events, vehicles and boat lettering to capture attention with style and taste. Increasing your visibility since 1985. That's Graphic Sign.
At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile.
46-41, Omro on top here leading the Tigers here in the second half as we have 13:31 to go. Stakura, I tell you, is one heck of a ball player for Omro.
Yeah, he is.
Lighting it up.
That he is, as he brings it across the half court mark right now. Eubanks up on top, looking to go someplace down below. Shaney checked in for the Foxes. Eubanks gonna drive, and he gets it.
He gets that floater, gives him 10.
And there's Schneider underneath with the easy bucket.
That was a quick basket as the Tigers were just coming up court as they exchange baskets here. 48-43. Egamite almost with the steal there.
Straka with it. And that's a nice go and go along
He
the
just
line.
let
there.
him go right by.
Yeah.
Didn't even bother to try to defend that one. 50-43, 7-point lead now for the Foxes. Brooks with a feed down to Schneider. They're going to count the basket. Little continuation move there.
Yeah. So that is going to go down for Eubanks.
Should be his third if as
That
it is.
will be his third. Checking in for the Foxes, number 34, Hankey, and for Ripon, number 25, Carlson.
Schneider will go to the line, shooting one.
Schneider puts it up.
And nothing but net. Brings the Tigers within 4, 50-46.
Stakura to Eubanks. Stakura with it on the close side, behind the line. Over to Hankey. Eubanks with it on top. And he takes that long three off the front edge of the rim as there's going to be
foul
some,
on the floor.
Yeah, I do believe they're going to say Schneider with over the back, and
That's who it will be.
that's
on
who it
Grant
will be.
Schneider.
Now that's his fourth, or is that his third?
They're saying
They're
third.
saying only third.
See,
Okay.
We had him down for one earlier, so
All right, so now it's inbounded to Hankey. Foxes with the ball. Eubank with it on the far side. Strakura with it on top. Stop
Step
shot. And it's off the front of the rim as, it is batted around, and Omro with it. Strakura with another chance at a three off the back of the iron as it comes down again. Eubanks gets it now, and he puts it up, and it's in, and they're going to count it. So Eubanks comes down with the bucket finally and draws the foul
and I think it's going to be on
And that's going to be
Hagemite.
yep.
That'll be his first.
That's his first. So Eubanks with an extra chance here, and he can't
Over
get
the
it,
back.
and they're going to get, over the back. And
Number-
that's going to be number 14, Aiden Midal.
His first. 52-46. Tigers trailing the Foxes here in Ripon with 11:35 to go in the ball game. Brooks bringing it up across midcourt. Looks to drive.
Oh, tipped away by Eubanks a little
Yeah.
bit there.
Eubanks is a very aggressive player.
Strakura with it, gets it in the, tips it to Hankey, and now Strakura pushes it up hard, and there's Shaney from the far side three-point line. Can't get that to fall.
Brooks will bring down that rebound, push it up court,
Hagemite.
get it to drop. Hagemite with the basket, and he draws the foul. Idle turns around and picks up his second. Garrett Jennings checking in for the Tigers.
Potratz for the Foxes checking in. As Meidel has a seat.
In for the basket for Hagemite. Brings the Tigers a little closer, 3 points. 52-49, 11 minutes to go here from the Tiger Den.
Potratz with it now. Hankey on top. Gives it to Strakura. Had the pick set for him. Shaney down in the corner. He's going to drive along the baseline, and he floats that one in.
That's a good way to describe that one. That just kind of floated up there. Hagemite goes off the glass. Can't get it to go, but he'll draw the foul. That might be on Eubanks.
Not sure. It
Yes,
looks
it
like
is.
they're going to say it is on Eubanks.
That'll be number 4 on
That will be.
Isaiah.
So both Eubanks and Schneider are going to have to watch themselves as we have 10:42 left to play in this ball game. Each of them having 4 fouls.
A lot of ball game.
Lots of game left.
First one is good.
Hagemite puts that down,
Schultz will check in for the Tigers.
and Yakum will check in for the Foxes.
10:42 to go here in the ball game.
4-point ball game. Omro leads 54-50. Hagemite puts it up, and it's
gets
good.
that drop. Makes both of them. Makes it that 1 possession ball game. 54-51.
Mr. Kerr with it. Gives it to Shaney on the far side. Shaney nowhere to go with it as Schultz has him guarded pretty good. Eubanks. Now Strakura drives, and he's going to
fouled by
draw the
Jennings.
foul, yeah.
Jennings caught him with the body as he was going up.
So that'll be Jennings' 4th foul. That's where we must have gotten it mixed up before.
With
so
Schneider.
Yeah.
Schneider's got 3. Jennings has 4.
So Strakura going around, drives the
Wow.
lane, gets hard off the inside of the rim.
Schneider brings that down. Quick pass from Brooks to Schultz for the basket. Gives Spencer 4 points and makes it a 1-point game, 54-53 with 10 minutes to go.
Potratz with it on the close side here. Looking nowhere to go. Yakum cutting through, can't go, gives it to Shaney. Strakura now with it, gonna set it up at the top. Gonna get his men going. Gives it to Potratz. They all spread out. Yakum at the top, gives it to Strakura. Strakura inside to Potratz. Potratz with the easy basket.
That was just a great pass there as the Foxes stretch it out. Jennings down in the corner to Schultz. Can't get it to go. Jennings gets that rebound. Looking to get it to somebody. Got to clear out of there. 5-second count was in process. Down to Brooks. Brooks looking, goes inside. Little floater. Gets it to drop.
He makes that little spin move look so easy.
Yeah. Gives him 16. 1 point difference here. 56-55. Omro with the lead as we're coming up on 9 minutes.
So Shaney with the ball now. Looking to go inside. Nowhere to go. Schultz on him tough. Strakura with it now. Brooks right up in his face. Gives it inside to Yakum. Yakum tries to save it, but can't do it as Brooks gets a lone layup.
And we're going to get a timeout here with the score. Ripon 57, Omro 56, 8:44 left in the ball game.
Fortify Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifybank.com to see how banking locally is a slam dunk for you and our community. Member FDIC.
Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Line. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonuses up to $1,500. Apply in person or go to lamers.com/carriers.
As a locally owned and operated business since 1987, Webster's Marketplace is proud to support high school sports and our Ripon Tigers. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Back to live action here, 57-56, Tigers on top.
Omro with it, bringing it across half court now. Straka gives it to Potratz, gives it to Koth. Koth just can't feed it down into Straka.
Schultz bringing it up for the Tigers, crosses the midcourt line, looking on top, gets it over to Brooks. Feed inside to Schneider, nice little spin move, and he'll draw the foul.
So the foul beyond 34, that's Cole Hankey. That's going to be his third personal foul. So Schneider will go to the line as Coach Brooks wants an explanation, gets it, and Schneider has the ball now.
Noticing the young men out on the court, some of them gasping a little bit more for air, having to wear the masks and that.
So Schneider drops down the first one. Well, I'm sure most of them are probably used to the mask by now since they have to practice with them. They have to wear them in school. Schneider drops the second one.
Makes it 59-56. Tigers pull out with a 3-point lead.
Potratz with it now. Gives it to Koth. Koth gives it to Shaney for three from the close side. It's off the inside of the back of the iron, and Potratz comes down with it. Strakura rolls in the lane. Can't get that to fall as
scrum on the floor, and Tigers come up with
looks
it.
like Koth had it, and then Agamat.
Yeah, you got the 3-point lead. Slow it down a little bit as Brooks does. He's calling out the play. Schultz on top as Brooks will rotate around to the corner. Schneider got a little cautious there.
As Hankey gets the fast break, and he is going to get hammered by Schultz.
I think it was more of he just got his whole arm on the ball, and that's what knocked him down.
And Hankey was pretty far underneath the basket. Yep. Yes, he was, but Schultz got all of that arm.
Yeah.
So, and that is going to be his first personal foul. He gives it the team's sixth.
Hankey will go to the line.
So Hankey on the first one, as it's hard off the inside back of the iron. So we get some switching up here as Brooks goes back to talk to the coach. Hankey from the line puts it up, and it rolls off the rim as Schneider comes down with that one.
Here come the Tigers. Schultz on top, bringing it down, looking underneath, gets it to Brooks, and right away a foul.
Yeah, that's going to be on Potratz. That was definitely a reach in.
That'll be his second. Still inbounded underneath.
So Schultz with it up on top. Gives it over, Agamite. Into Brooks. Agamite with it. Puts it down, puts it up. Gets it blocked by Hankey.
Here come the Foxes.
Strakura with it. Going to move to the far side. Gives it to Potratz down in the far corner. Shaney in the close corner here. In and out. As Hankey gets a hand on it, and they're going to say a foul on the floor. And I'm not sure who, and they're going to call that on number.
That'll be on Gillifin, his first.
So Potratz goes to the line. And we're going to get another substitution. Jennings is going to come in for Gillifin. So Potratz with it on the line now. Gets set, puts it up, and it hard off the back of the iron as Egamite comes down with that one.
Schultz bringing it across. Kicks it off to Egamite. Dribbles it off his foot. And a turnover there by the
with it, gets it up, and he is going to drive that lane and can't get it as he hits the underneath of the rim.
A little too far underneath.
Yeah, and then wide open for Egamite as Schneider got it up real quick, but Egamite will draw the foul. And
that's on Potratz. That'll be his third.
So that's Potratz's second foul. Third. Okay, it is
his third.
Well, they have it up on the board wrong then.
I know.
So Egamite goes to the line.
Hard off the back, can't get that one to drop.
So 6:37 left on the clock. Ripon leads 59-56. Egamite to put up his second free throw here. And
gets the second one. Makes it 60-56. Tigers on top with 6.5 to go here in the ball game.
So Strakura with it, moving back and forth across the top. Loses his dribble. Hankey with it now, shoots it over to Shaney on the far side, gives it to Strakura. Strakura steps inside the three-point line, puts it up, and it's good for 2.
And they counted it as a 3?
No, they counted it as 2.
Okay.
Brooks puts up a deep 3, and that's short as Strakura comes down with it. He pushes it up hard as Potratz is there, but Brooks is there to block it.
Well, he alters the shot there very well, and now we're going to get a foul.
Yep, and that's going to be on Strakura as he reached in on Schultz.
Yep. That's Strakura's third foul.
So Schultz shooting 1-1 here.
Folks, it's a slam dunk. A dunk. Radio advertising gets heard. Call Hometown Broadcasting at 920-960-4569 and ask for Todd Sharp.
So Strakura comes with it up across the court. Gives it to Shaney. Shaney with it on the far side in front of his bench. Gives it to Strakura. Strakura tries to drive the right side of the lane. It's out behind the 3 line. They count that one. Nothing but net for that.
And that gives Omro the lead, 61-60, with 5:20 to go here in the ball game. On your Ripon channel and WRPN network. Brooks down underneath, looking to go, gets the opening, can't get it to drop, but draws the foul.
So that'll be on
Potratz.
Potratz, yep, that's his fourth. He's going to have to watch it here with 5:10 left on the clock. Brooks is going to the line for a 1-on-1.
Gets that one to drop.
So Aiden Meidel checks in for the Foxes as Potratz has a much-needed water break. And Brooks gets the second one to fall.
Gives the Tigers a 1-point lead, 62-61.
Strakura with it now, brings it across. Everybody guarded very closely. Strakura on the far side, he's going to drive around and hit the baseline and going to draw that foul against Brooks.
He did a nice job of turning his back at the last second. And that's what...
they're going to call that on number 5. That's going to be on Jennings, and he is going to be out.
So Jennings will end the evening with just 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and that allows Carlson to step back in for the Tigers. Yeah, Strakura.
A little strong on that one.
Yeah, off the backside of the iron. So everybody gets set here for the second shot. Strakura puts that one in.
And we're tied up at 62 as Schultz brings the ball up across midcourt.
So that gives Strakura 29 points on the night so far.
Lighten up, and we get a foul away from the ball.
Is it going to be, and that it is. And it's going to be on number 15. Oh, number 14. And that will be Meidel's third.
Correct. And Brooks will go to the line.
So with a tie game, Brooks has the chance to put it up. And he does. Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry.
And Brooks puts in the basket, gives the Tigers the 2-point lead, 64-62.
Koth with it now, gives it to Shaney across the far side. Meidel with it on top, gives it to Shaney in the far corner.
Well, he's really close to shuffling his feet in that corner,
yeah,
isn't he?
he is. It's almost right on the line. Now Hankey with it on the close side here. Shaney, there's Strakura with it. He's looking to drive the lane, and he does against Schultz, and he gets the bucket.
And ties it up at 64. Brooks will bring it up court, this time working up on the right side of the court. Schneider with the ball, drives that baseline. Schultz for three. Count that one as it stays down. I wasn't sure if it was going to.
It didn't look like it, but it sure did.
67-64, Tigers on top.
Strakura with it, drives it in, and he gets that quick little layup as he beats Schneider on that one.
Well, he's got my vote for all world. Boy, the
Oh,
way that
man,
kid's
what
playing tonight.
what are we looking at, 33 points now?
Yeah.
And we still got 3.5 minutes left to play, so Brooks driving in tight.
Schultz from top of the key on the feed from Brooks. In and out, can't get it to go. Schneider staying with it. He's got it, puts it back up, gets it to drop. And we're going to get a timeout here with 3:23 to go. Tigers leading 69-66.
At Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, you can always trust us when it comes to your smile. Full service dental care with the best technology available for your strong, beautiful, and healthy smile.
We all need a few good signs. Graphic Sign and Letter in Ripon creates eye-catching, compelling graphics for your business, banners for your events, vehicle and bold lettering to capture attention with style and taste. Increasing your visibility since 1985. That's Graphic Sign in Ripon.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. So, Ripon leading Omro 69-66 with 3:23 on the clock. As we're coming out of a timeout here, it will be Omro's ball.
Eubanks is back in the game now as he had to sit down for a while with 4 fouls for Omro.
Well, and now's the time you're going to see the guys, you know.
Seth Protras is out there with 4 yet.
Yep, as well as Schneider for Ripon.
Schneider's got 3. We had that mix-up with Jennings.
So Shaney for Omro with it as Schultz tries to pick him from behind, and it's successful.
Does. He gets it over to
Carlson.
Carlson will bring it up across. He was looking, Schultz wanted, but
Eubanks
got a nice handle on that one.
That it was. You know, and now Ripon will have the ball under their basket.
3 minutes to go, 3:01 to go. They lead by 3.
Brooks to inbound it.
As Riley always does. And just not enough on that one.
Yes, Strakura with it. He's going to steal it. He's got a 2-on-1, and he gets the easy basket.
That's just a walk in the park for Cade there. Nice job. Brings them within 1, 69-68. Schultz on top. To Brooks, to Schultz. Schultz pulls up from the elbow. Can't get that one to go as it's a little short there. Omro brings it down. Here they come.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Strakura does here. You can see he's slowing it down right now as he just crosses the half-court line. Comes to the close side, working it around. Carlson guarding him close. Shaney with it. Looked for the 3. He wanted it. Eubanks now in the corner. going to drive across. There's Potratz, and he drops the three.
That is a flat three, I tell you. And they take the lead 71-69, coming up on 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the ball game. Exciting game, back and forth.
Carlson, wide open three.
Off the back of the iron.
As Strakura comes down with that, and Brooks and Potratz both crash into each other on the far side in front of the Ripon bench.
Big possession for both teams on this one.
Strakura with it now, gives it to Potratz on the close side here. Eubanks on top, Strakura on the far side, into Potratz underneath, and Potratz is going to draw the foul.
Yep.
As Egamite is going to get that one.
Caught him with the body on that one.
So Kai Egamite with his second.
1:46 to go here. Omro with the 2-point lead. Chance to increase it here a little bit.
So Potratz at the line as he gets set to put it up. And it rolls right across the rim and off the glass.
He has a very flat shot, noticing that from the 3-point area and then also from the line here.
So Potratz gets ready to throw up his second one here. And that one does the same thing as Schneider comes down with it. Tiptoeing the line.
So Schultz brings it across. He's up on top of the key. Gets it over to Brooks on the left side. Brooks looking to swing it down inside to Schneider. Schneider was looking, nothing there. Puts his head down and drives.
90 seconds left. As he
goes
drives
all
it
the
in.
way and gets that one to drop. And we're going to get a timeout here by Omro with 1:24 to go and 71 seconds. And it's been a back and forth game here.
That it has.
Ripon jumped out, had a 9-point lead. Omro came back and tied it. Omro took a lead, came back, and it's just been back and forth here in the second half. But I really do want to talk about Cade Strakura.
Oh.
That young man is having a ball game of his life.
Well, he's got 35 points on the night and only 3 fouls. This kid has played a pretty much flawless game.
Well, and I haven't seen him sit down.
No, actually I have not either. So, I mean, he's got to be huffing and puffing, but he's not showing it. You know, he is coming across the half court. He is controlling his team. They are doing what he wants to do, and they are just giving Ripon a run for their money tonight.
Well, he's a well-seasoned senior, and that really does make a big difference on that aspect.
So, coming out of the timeout here now, on the floor for the Foxes, we have Hankey, Hubank, Strakura, Potratz, and Shaney as we wait for Ripon. The officials are like, come on, let's go here.
Well, Omro will have possession
that they will.
With 124, tied at 71 here.
So 124 left to go in the ball game. On the court for the Tigers, Carlson, Brooks, Egamite, Schneider, and Schultz. Strakura brings it up across real quick. Feeds it over to Hankey on the far side.
Well,
Eubanks on top.
Yep, they'll look to feed him.
Strakura drives it in, puts it up, can't get it to fall.
Wow, one of the rare misses for that young man tonight. So, minute to go here. Brooks bringing it across midcourt. Comes over, and the Tigers are going to take another timeout. And we'll see, what is this going to be? Is this going to be a full or a 30-second?
They're going to take a full timeout.
Full timeout. We're going to send that back to WRPN for a couple of messages from our sponsors. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Ripon Network. Two seconds here. 71-71. Just a great game.
This is a barn burner of a game. I'm telling you, I really wasn't sure what to expect from the teams this year.
Yep.
You know, with the whole having the masks and the practicing as limitations
games
being
canceled.
You know, where were these teams going to be? But I'm very impressed with both of these teams tonight, the way that they have played.
Well, over the years, Omro and Ripon have always had phenomenal games. Back when I used to do radio and that for WRPN, we used to go over there, and my goodness, those were games that were they were war is what they were. And we're seeing the same thing tonight here between
Omro
these two teams.
Keeps the same 5 on the floor. 59.2 seconds left on the clock. It's all tied up at 71 apiece here. Ripon keeps the same 5 on the court.
Okay, Riley Brooks will inbound it for the Tigers, as he always does. And waiting, and here we go. Looking for rotation going. Schultz trying to get out on top. He does. He'll get the ball up there. Egamite's on the right wing, moving around. They're going to try to burn a little bit of time off here, I assume. Carlson gets it to Schultz. You don't want to get trapped in the corner in this type of situation. They get it to Brooks. Carlson on top. We got 40 seconds to go here as we're counting it down. You got to be very careful with your passes here. They get it down to Brooks. Brooks looking. Back out on top to Carlson. We're going to get a timeout called once again by the Tigers.
So 27.6 left in this ball game here. This is coming down to it.
It's going to come down to the last shot. That's the way Coach Steve Brooks wants it for the Tigers. If you give Omro any time left on it, you know it's going to Strakura.
Yeah.
And that young man has proven he's golden.
Oh, he is on fire tonight, and I have confidence in this gentleman that if he does get the ball with any amount of time left on the clock,
he's shooting it.
He's shooting it, and it is going to come down to him.
And on the other hand, you got to look at Riley Books for Ripon. And,
another one.
He's been having a great game.
Yeah.
Could almost have had these two just play one-on-one.
Yeah.
It would have been really great.
And it would have been a barn burner, that's for sure.
Well, we hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast on the Ripon Tiger Sport Network as the Ripon Channel and 93.1 FM and AM 1600 WRPM, the hometown broadcasting stations, have teamed up this year to turn around and bring you Ripon Tiger boys and girls basketball.
So don't miss a game on every media platform now. We got the radio, the YouTube covered, cable TV. So,
all right, here we go. This time Schneider will inbound it as we have 27.6 ticks on the clock. Gets it into Schultz. Schultz up on top. Over to Brooks on the wing here, looking to go to Schneider underneath. Omro did a nice job of closing off that baseline.
That they did.
Schneider's trying to force it. Gets it to the corner.
Carlson for three.
Can't get it to go.
And Hankey comes down with that. Shaney with it now, and 10 seconds left on the clock here as Strakura brings it up, and Omro wants a timeout.
Coach called timeout because Strakura was ready to go to the hoop.
Oh, he was going to burn that lane, and we watched him do it all night, burn that far side line all the way down almost into the corner, and then cut across that baseline and come up from underneath the basket.
That nice little left-handed layup. Yep.
And it has worked for him all night. So many of his points has come from there. And Coach needed to see that, needed a quick timeout there because Ripon was shutting that down.
Yeah, well,
they were getting ready to collapse.
They got the rebound with 12 seconds to go. I think that shot was put up a little early, and I don't think that's quite what Coach Brooks wanted.
Yeah.
Because now we've fallen into that same scenario that I just talked about, giving them time, and they're going to look to free up Strakura. Or use him as a decoy, but he's been hot, so why not go to your hot shooter?
Well, you could also right here in the second half though. Potratz has had a phenomenal second half. He's got 7 points for there, and then you go down to Eubanks, who's also got 7 points. They've both been on fire. They've both been drawing their amount of pressure. So
I look for a drive to the basket to draw the foul because all it's going to take is a couple of free throws and
that's the game.
Yep.
So I agree with you. I definitely see them driving to draw the fouls.
And Omros calls another timeout
because you're not.
They wanted to turn around and make sure they've got this set because this is important. As we're tied at 71, 6.9 on the clock. As we said, it's been a great game, back and forth.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything better on our first broadcast of the season.
On a Saturday night, first home game of broadcast and whatnot. It's just, it couldn't ask for a better game, and that's for sure. So I'd like to thank everybody who's listening on 93.1 AM 1600 as well as the Ripon channel for tuning in and listening to this barn burner with us.
Yeah, great game here. I'm Howard Hansen along with Casey Hansen. We want to turn around and thank you for joining us tonight. So here we go. Ball will be inbounded by Strakura.
So we'll see where does it go into, and they give it to Eubanks right away. Eubanks up top, and there's 3 on the clock. Strakura's going to drive, and he puts it up, and it's off.
We're going to OT.
Side of the rim we are now going to OT. So, like I said, I guess you couldn't really ask for a better Saturday night basketball game.
Exactly. I'm really surprised that Strakura didn't put it up when he had the open shot from the three-pointer.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference if you win it by three or if you win it by two
yeah.
or by one?
But he took those couple of steps
Yep.
across the line and driving to the lane, and that allowed Schneider and Brooks and Jennings to all collapse on him.
Okay, let's go through here as we go into overtime. The foul situation. Strakura only has 3. He's pretty safe there.
Yep.
You go to Potras from Omro. He's got 4.
Yep.
And then you look at Middle with 3.
And then you got Eubanks with
Eubanks
4.
and Hankey with 3. So you
Yep.
go over to Ripon. Really, Schneider with 3 is the only one in any situation.
Yeah,
because,
since Jennings has already fouled out.
Correct.
So they're Ripon in pretty good shape with the foul situation. Yep. So
they'll put 4 up on the board as we will get bonus time. This is great for our first game. Tigers come out on the court. They have Schultz, Schneider, Egemite, Brooks, and Gilfillan. Who's coming out for Omro, Case?
Looks like we got Strakura, Hankey, Shaney, Potratz, and Eubanks. So everybody stayed with their same 5 on the floor.
That they ended with.
So Ripon will be going towards the west basket as Omro will head towards the east basket. Hankey and Schneider. And Omro starts off with it as Eubanks comes down with it, and it's just him and Schneider. And
Schneider with the pick.
It's
a scrum.
And that's going to be a jump ball.
And belong to Ripon.
It will belong to Ripon, that it is. So Brooks with a mask down around his chin.
Took a quick breath.
Yeah, obviously.
So here we go. Schultz bringing it across, gets it to Brooks. Inside to Schneider, puts it up, can't get it to go. Egemite on the other side with the rebound and draws the foul.
And it looks like Strakura got poked in the eye as he's grabbing towards his eye. I don't know if he lost a contact or.
Strakura picks up
a foul there.
Right, that's his 4th.
We were just talking about that. But he got poked in the eye.
And it's got to be a contact situation the way he's walking.
Well,
he's got his hands cupped
underneath.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's bleeding or.
And
they are. They're looking for blood on the floor.
Or they're looking for the contact.
No,
he picked it up.
Did he? Okay.
The old man's still got good eyes.
Oh. No, well, I can see down in there into the medical room. He's washing his eyes.
Well, yeah, they're going to wash it out, and they just got the contact, so that aspect is taken care of.
So, but nope, and they're coming out with the. So I think he might have scratched his eye. It might be. They might have dropped the contact as well because Mr. Bradley is out there with the spray bottle to clean up anything that it dripped.
We'll turn around and send this back to Jason out on Radio Road for a 60-second commercial break here. We'll be back with Tiger Sports in just 1 minute on the Ripon Channel and WRPN. I can see into the officials' room there, and Strakura, it looks like he's bent over, still washing his eye out.
It looks like
hopefully it's nothing too serious because you'd hate to win a ball game with a hot shooter like that out of it for Omro.
Well, exactly. So.
Okay, so Egan might go to the line, shooting the extra shot here. Puts that up, gets that one to drop. So it makes it 74-71. Tigers with the lead, 3:35 to go here.
So Shaney with it now. Gives it to Landenberg. Hankey with it on top. Picks up his dribble. Gives it over to Langberg. Eubanks on top. We're going to drive around. Hankey with it on the far side. And
Schultz jumps it.
Yeah, jumped that one. It was pass intended for Shaney. Potratz now with it, looking to drive in, gonna spin, and he's gonna get hammered and
gets it to
gonna
drop.
hit the basket. That it is. So Potratz.
What a play by Potratz there.
Yeah. So Egamite is gonna draw a foul there. That's his third. As Potratz goes to the line. Looking to tie it up.
Hard off the back, can't get it to go. Tigers done with the rebound. And Schultz will bring it up, working off the top of the key, gets it over to Schneider. Schneider looking inside, wasn't there. Now kicks it back out to Brooks. Brooks for the three-pointer, got it. What a time for Riley to put one down.
Yeah,
They're in OT.
He hasn't put one down all night. He's been predominantly dominant in the paint.
4-point difference, 77-73. Tigers on top. 2:40 to go.
Shaney with it on the far side for Omro.
Now we're going to get a touch foul. That should be on Schultz. Nope.
They're going to call it on number 24. Liam Gilfillan. That's his second.
Yep. And going to the line will be Langberg.
Yep. Langberg hard off the front of the rim. So
Gets
Brooks
ready for
comes into the baseline. As it looks like Stakura is coming out of the medical room.
And he makes the second one, his first points of the second half. 77-74, Tigers on top. 2:30 to go here as Schultz brings it up. Working off the top of the key, gets it over to Schneider. Now down to Brooks. He looks, nobody there. Coming across, fades back, puts it up, gets fouled, but nothing called there, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of either Potratz or Eubanks. They were both right there. So now Stakura is going to get checked out medically.
Yep.
And
the official went to check something. I think he's not bandaged up there, maybe?
Okay. So Omro's going to take a timeout.
Which is a smart timeout.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's super smart because I think the official saw a little bit of blood maybe up on the eyebrow area because that's where they were pointing at.
Get that cleaned up,
so
and
you
then
got to
you
get that cleaned up.
Hot player back in.
Yeah, you got to get your player back in. So 2:19 left here in overtime. Ripon leading 77-74 as Omro
has
but one timeout left.
Yeah.
So,
and well, I mean, this is a critical timeout.
Yes.
You had
and
to,
this is where they took their full timeout, their extended full timeout, just enough to get Stakura back out on the court. You can see, I can see down into the medical room there. They have the door open and he is rushing.
Yeah, he just tore off whatever they put on. I saw.
Yeah. So
it may not have stuck because of perspiration or whatever.
And yeah, that could be it. And so
just run the tape all the way around the head, young man.
Yeah.
And get back out there.
And here he comes, and then looks exactly like what they're about to do.
Now he's
going to show the official I'm good now. So now he's got to go.
Go to the head official.
Go to the head official to make sure it's okay. And now he can check in.
There
so
you go.
that is what we are doing here as Stakura gets back in, like I said, with 2:19 left on the clock.
And Tigers will inbound it under their own basket. Nice. 77-74.
So now everybody
Tigers
has to come out here and set up as they got to wait for the buzzer on Stakura.
Yeah.
So
he can't check in right now.
No, he's
got to wait for the next buzzer.
So Brooks to inbound.
Gets it there to Schultz. Schultz dribbles it off his foot.
His own foot.
Now Stakura can come in.
Now Stakura can come in as Langenberg
will have a seat for Omro. 2:15 to go, 77-74. Here come the Foxes.
So Stakura with it now. He is looking refreshed, actually. He gets it set, gives it over to Shaney on the far side. Eubanks on top, over to Stakura on the close side. Giving some fancy dribbling. Looks to drive. Gives it to Hankey on top. Potratz now over to Eubanks for a long three. Count it!
Young man's got a good three-point shot.
That he does. That gives him 10 here.
And we're tied at 77 with under 2 minutes to go. Schultz over to Brooks. He'll
Brooks
put
for
up
the
a long
deep
three. Can't
And
get that one to go.
Strakura does a nice job coming down with that. He looked for a quick up forward pass, but Potratz wasn't paying attention, so now Strakura on the far side in front of his bench, brings it to the middle. Brooks giving him a little bit of a buffer. Potratz now here on the close side, Hankey on top. Strakura on the far side.
They're just going to burn some clock
That
here.
they are. They are completely content with that. Potratz standing on top. Gives it to Hankey. Eubanks with it now. He looks to drive, and it's a little tip away by Schultz.
He's got it. He's looking for help underneath.
And then
That's
nice job by Strakura of knocking it away.
And not fouling.
Yes. Yes, the ball's going to stay with Ripon now, but it saved the basket.
Right. Gilfin was right there ready to lay it in as it was knocked away. So Brooks will inbound it as the Tigers run a line strap.
59 seconds on the clock.
Get it into Schultz, over to Brooks. Brooks looking to go to the basket. Gets
As
that
he
one
does.
to drop. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Tigers. And it'll be a full timeout, and we're going to take that with them as we send it back to Jason out on Radio Road for a timeout. Back in 1 minute on the Ripon Channel and WRPN. So here we go, turn around and set the stage as everybody can see. It's 79-77. We'll have possession. Okay. Welcome back to Ripon High School, where we're in overtime as the Tigers are leading the Foxes from Omro 79-77 as Omro will bring the ball up.
So just under a minute to play as Strakura brings it up. Gives it over to Potratz on the far side. Eubanks with it now on top. Going to dump it off to Strakura, who gets a pick. Nowhere to go. He's going to try and drive in, and he gives it to Potratz, who gets blocked as Ripon now 32 seconds on the clock.
And they will.
And Strakura with a finger on that ball.
Timeout called by Coach Brooks as he didn't think they were going to get it across in time. And that'll be, should be just a 30-second timeout as it will be. We'll keep it here. 24.4 seconds to go. 79-77. And notice nobody's left the gym. Nobody's left their seat.
Well, no. Well, you can't. Once you're in the gym, you're not supposed to leave your seat.
But it's a phenomenal situation. Well, I guarantee if you could, nobody'd be gone.
I don't think they would either.
This has been a great game. And
it's been everything I actually was hoping for on a Saturday night, you know?
Well, like you said earlier, not knowing, each of these teams have had a game here or there, and they're still trying to feel things out with all the situations that, they've been thrown into. And we've seen a great game here by both of these teams.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I couldn't ask for anything better on a Saturday night, and I hope everybody that's been listening and watching tonight, dude, has enjoyed it as much as we have.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. So the Tigers will inbound it from the side in the backcourt. Schneider will inbound it.
Omro with a good press on.
And they get it into Brooks. Looking to double team. That's a carry.
That's a carry. That is, Dan, you can't do that to go. I mean, you saw him do it. Yep. He lifted that ball right over Eubanks' arm. And I mean, you can't have the palm under the ball. Right in front of an official.
20 seconds to go here. 2-point difference, 79-77. Omro will have it. Eubanks will inbound it.
So everybody's set here. Eubanks gives it to Strakura. So Omro bunched up on that foul line. Nowhere to go. Strakura gives it to Hankey. 13 seconds on the clock. Eubanks on top. They're playing for the last shot here. Strakura going to drive.
There's a travel.
They're going to call a foul on the floor.
Oh, he walked before he made contact with the body.
Yeah, it did. It looked like he drug his foot. And that's going to be on Brooks.
That'll be his second. So 7.4 seconds to go. Strakura will go to the line, shooting 2. Chance to tie it up here. Makes the first one.
So Strakura looking to tie it up here. 7.4 left on the clock. And he does.
That was a little hard, but it did drop in.
Rattled in. So Ripon does have a chance here.
Brooks will drive it up across midcourt and call timeout with 3.8 seconds to go, where they can set up a play. And do I dare say it?
Oh,
Are we going to double overtime?
I don't know. I mean, it could happen. Well, we were hoping for a good game. I mean,
we got it.
We got it, exactly. I mean, to start our season off broadcasting with this type of game just makes me wonder what else is in store for the Tigers this year. So, I mean, they're playing very well together. They're all seeing their passing lanes. They're hustling hard. They're rebounding together, which is something that we did see them struggle with last year.
Rebounding, yep.
And yeah, just overall, this has just been a phenomenal game for these two teams. So, Ripon will inbound it in front of their bench, in front of the scorer's bench.
And there's 3.8 on the clock. Schneider will inbound it, looking to get it into Schultz. It's not there. Gets it in. You got to put it up. Off the back of the iron.
Shaney comes down with that, and
we're going double overtime.
We are going into, double overtime.
They got it into Gilfin, and he was
hesitant to put it up, and he should have.
Right. Should have gone up right away, but hey, we're going overtime, double overtime.
I can't remember the last time I saw a double overtime game in high school.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes back on the clock here. 79
we'll try it
to
one
79.
more time.
Yeah. So.
Hey, nothing else to do on a Saturday night.
No.
Glad to have you along with us, and hope you're enjoying this.
That we are. So, well, Ripon tonight doing pretty much the unthinkable. I mean, they have stayed in this game the entire night. Omro right there competitively with them. You know, Strakura he is this Omro team.
Oh my God!
I mean, you can tell it from he's a senior. You can tell the way that he leads these guys, and they all follow him. You see him out there dribbling, pointing, yelling where to go, and they're doing it. And Ripon just done a great job with their man coverage tonight.
Well, him alone, Strakura, he's got 37.
Yeah, I was just counting it up.
Crazy there.
So, Hankey and Schneider to tip off here. As everybody looks like they're ready, and the official is going to say, hey.
Back it off a little bit, guys. Yeah. This isn't hockey.
Yeah. This is where they would
put the sticks down.
Yeah.
They're going to call on
Potrats. Yep, for the push. They're going
to separate them.
They're going to separate.
I like that call.
I do.
Don't call the foul. Yeah. Separate them.
Well, you saw Potrats kind of push him with the forearm a little bit.
Well, he cut in and gave him a little shiver there.
Yeah, trying to get the inside. So... And then Strakura and
nice block there by Gilfin.
Gilfin had a great block there. Strakura went up and Gilfin all ball.
The only thing on that tip is Schultz waited for the ball to come to him instead of going to get it for the Tigers.
Yes.
So Omro will retain possession.
Strakura gives it up to Eubanks on top. Eubanks over to Hankey. Strakura with it on the close near side here. Moves to the center court. Debating what to do. He gets his pick.
Goes from free throw line.
Yeah. Can't come down. I can't. Schneider comes down with that one.
So 79-79, 3:25 to go here as Schultz brings it across. Gets it over to Brooks. Now down inside. And Schneider with a nice spin move on the baseline and gets that one to go in. 81-79.
Shaney with it on the far side. Now Hankey with it on top. Strakura with it on the near side here.
They do a nice job of clearing that lane out for him if he wants it.
That they do. Oh, and then Schultz.
A nice steal. Go up hard.
And a nice easy basket for Schultz.
Gives the Tigers a 4-point lead, 83-79. Hey, this is going to come down to who wants it more.
Well, exactly.
Don't look for anybody to give you anything.
A spin move. And Omro wants a timeout.
Omro's going to call a timeout there.
Well, they need to get their focus straight. They were doing so good, and all of a sudden you've seen a couple of sloppy passes.
Yep.
And
Coach wants to reel them back in.
Yeah, you got to get them reset as Ripon leads 83-79 with 2:40 left in the second overtime. You don't get to say a second overtime very often, do you?
Not in high school ball, you sure don't.
So, we've been treated to a wonderful game tonight. I'm telling you, they better buy a lotto ticket.
I'm surprised nobody's come out and done the old Marquette Warrior Al McGuire four-corner stall.
Oh, Jesus.
And take the last second shot.
Yeah. You haven't seen that in a long time. So the Foxes will inbound it.
Yeah. Eubanks will be inbounding it, siding out on our side. Everybody's set here.
So Strakura with it. Gives it to Potrats. Potrats gives it to Eubanks. Potrats from down in the near corner. Shaney on top. Back over to Eubanks. Eubanks can't go inside. Looking for Hankey as
here comes Brooks with it. Puts it down. That gives Ripon
a 6-point lead
with 2:14 to go.
Potrats for three. Hard off there as Eubanks had a hand on it. And
Schneider pulls that down.
Yeah, and Agamite,
he just laid it up too hard.
Too hard off the
I think
glass.
he was expecting to get hit.
Yeah, and they
just
laid off of him.
Yeah, it just didn't happen there.
So
they're calling a foul on Gilliffin. That'll be his third.
So Gilfillan.
So Potras will go to the line. 2 minutes exactly to go here in the second overtime from Ripon. Potras at the line.
As he puts it up, and it rolls hard off the rim.
Has that real flat shot there.
Well, and I've known a couple guys over the years that those shots actually, it works for them, but tonight it just doesn't seem to be working for Potrats. And it's hard off the inside back of the rim.
And that's going to be Ripon's ball.
Yeah. Well, Brooks and Potrats both went for it, and Potrats last one to get a finger on that one. So Brooks breathing hard.
They get it into Schultz. Over to Brooks.
Brooks
brings it across, gets it down inside. Egamite puts that one up and in. Tigers 87-79 with 1:40 to go here.
Shaney with it in front of the Omro bench. Looking nowhere to go. Gives it to Eubanks on top. Back over to Shaney on the far side. Strakura with it now as he puts it up for three, and that bounces off the iron. Yeah, as Brooks comes down with that and throws it up to Schneider.
Feeds it off, and nice block there.
And they're going to call a foul on Hankey.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked like a hard arm there on Gilfillan. So, yeah, that will be the fourth foul for Hankey.
First one rolls around and doesn't drop off the side there.
That was a very slow roll to come out of the rim.
That was a very soft shot put up there by Gilliffin. Second one on its way. That one is good. His first points of the second half.
Yeah.
Second overtime.
So Strakura with it on top. He's getting fancy. He looks to drive, and he comes from underneath there, and it is nowhere near the rim. Yeah. We've seen that shot work for him multiple times tonight, but it just doesn't seem to be working now, and Shaney will have to foul to force, a ball turnover. So Spencer to go to the line. Ripon leaves the box empty.
1:01 to go here in the ball game, hopefully. Schultz puts that one down.
Makes it a 10-point ball game. Ripon leads 89-79.
Second shot. On its way. That one rolls and drops for Schultz. Makes it 90-79. 1 minute to go here in the ball game, or at least the second overtime.
Eubanks with a three off the edge of the iron. Schultz up to Gillifin as he gets the easy layup.
And we're getting a timeout called by Omro there. And Tigers, you know, you can't say they really pulled away. Omro had some good looks, just couldn't get the ball to drop, bouncing off the iron a bit. Tigers were crashing the boards. And to be honest, in the last 3 minutes, that's been the difference is the boards. As I'm looking at my sheet here, the Tigers have just hammered the glass, and that has made the difference.
Yeah, like you said, the rebounds here in the last 90 seconds, I'll say last 90 seconds for the Tigers have just really been phenomenal. And it just looks to seem like Omro has kind of lost steam. So
yeah, exactly. But you know, but it's just one of those things.
So now Omro. So Omro to inbound it. Eubanks. Strakura with it, gives it to Shaney. Shaney into Portrait, and they're going to say a travel. Yep, a little bit of that drag of that left foot. So 36 seconds on the clock. So Schultz with it, and Shaney's going to have to foul again.
Yeah, just to keep it going.
Yeah, that's all you can do at this point, dude, is hope. So Shaney picking up. So 34.1 left on the clock. Ripon is now leading 92-79. Let me rephrase that, 93-79, as Schultz just made a basket, and Omro's going to get in.
They're going to get a few other players
fresh
in
players in it.
Time.
Yeah, with only 35, just under 35 seconds.
Might as well.
You get them in, get them their little bit of time. And Coach Brooks having a discussion with the official quick as Omro makes the last substitution here. So what was a very, very close game up until about 90 seconds ago at the 2-minute mark when Ripon really started to pull away. And there's Schultz with the first one. Working on the second one.
So 34.1 here. Ripon will start to get a few different players in here. So Ethan Schuld coming in, the senior.
So get some last little changes here as Omro comes up on top with it now. As Ripon bats it away. And a roll up in for number 30, Caleb Yakum. There's 15 seconds on the clock here.
Schultz will look at just trying to burn it out here.
Yeah, and Omro's pretty content with that right now.
Yep.
As we are in the last 2 seconds here, and the shot put up.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Turn around and what a game we've had here tonight from Ripon High School. Want to turn around and thank the people that got us on the air tonight.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job.
Riley Eisenagel, our executive producer, Chris Jones on the switch box there, and Cole Gagney on the computer there. So Casey Hansen on color. I'm Howard Hansen. The Ripon Tiger Sport Networks thanks you for joining the broadcast of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon channel. 93.1 FM, and AM 1600 WRPM, your hometown stations. Good night from the crew here at Ripon High School as the Tigers win a thriller 94-81.